Hey everybody, today we're just going to talk about the new funnel block that you can use in analysis notebooks. So the funnel block, pretty standard stuff for digital analytics tools, but still pretty fun to build and pretty quick to show you. So today I've got a notebook open here, and let's go ahead and open up a funnel analysis block. Now a funnel, if you've never used a funnel before, I'd be surprised. But if you've never used one, they basically let you see how people move from step to step and the fallout and fall through of how many people take step one, then of that group, how many take a step two. It can be really useful for a lot of journey type analysis, especially if you have a conversion flow or a shopping cart flow, things like that. So uh, let's dive in and show you how it works. So first of all, what we're going to do is, take a look at the funnel, and we've got some steps here, and you can add steps, up to 10 steps. And so let's just use maybe the page URL so we can track through a user's conversion flow in our little fake retail data here. So let me open up the page URL. And we'll start with the home page. So users who came to the home page, and then maybe they went to the paint category. So you can see when I drag and drop that in, it's giving me a view into the number of people that went from the home page to the paint category. And you can see the percent of people that went from step one to step two. I can do that at the person level, or I can do that within the session level as well. So I can kind of get different views of that. I can also see, when I calculate the percentage, I can do that versus step one or versus the previous. This is useful when I add in multiple steps here. But let's keep going on our flow. So after they went to paint, let's see if they then went to the cart. And then after that, let's see if they went to the checkout page. And then just to show a metric flow, let's add in the orders metric here. So let's say they had more than 0 orders. Cool. So I can now see in this funnel here how many people went down this path. You can see I have probably about 1.3% of people that started on the homepage actually went in and then made an order. So this is really helpful, really useful stuff, pretty standard stuff, honestly. Um, but one of the really cool things you can do here as well is add segments. So if I want to create a segment to compare new and returning visitors, I can then see how my new and returning visitors compare in this funnel versus everyone. Or I can remove everyone if I want to and just compare those two to each other, which is pretty nice. I can do it by pure count, or because these different segments have different numbers of people in them, I can just compare the raw percentages, which gives me a different story. You can see that my returning visitors tend to do a little better percentage wise, which is nice. So pretty standard stuff. The only other thing I'll say is along the same lines as what we talked about last time, where we have these kind of atomic blocks that can be used in lots of places. This is also true with the AI. So if I fire up a new conversation here, I can ask the AI assistant, Trevor, to do a funnel analysis for me. If I say, hey, can you analyze a funnel of our conversion flow? And because the AI assistant can do anything that I can do, it'll go through and figure out what this means for me. It's going to take a look at all of my metrics and my dimensions to see what it has available. It will look at sample values within those. You can see it's like, hey, I can see you have a retail data set, and it's going to ask me some questions. What type of purchase funnel would you like to analyze? Web, mobile, custom. I'm going to say let's do cross-channel funnel. So I answer the question, and it's going to go and sample some of the data and come up with the response. So let's see what it does. So you can see it's identified in the data that there's browse, add to cart, checkout, start, purchase. in some of our data here. So it's going to run that report, make sure that it works correctly, and then it's actually going to find the date ranges that are valid for that and run the funnel report. Awesome. And you can see now it's actually created a multi-step funnel for me. It's given me some interesting tidbits of information and key takeaways. Here it's telling me I've got a 1.9% add to cart rate, an overall conversion rate similar to what we saw before. It's even used multiple simultaneous steps because it's identified that on the mobile, the purchase is flagged a little different than it is on the web. So it says, hey, if it's this or that. Same here with page view screen view. So you can see, and it drops the block just like I'm used to in a notebook, the same user experience where I can change the date, I can tweak it and play with it because it's this atomic analysis block. So anyway, that's funnel analysis in Trevorwithdata. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.